How you guys doing today? Today's video, we're going to go over some, will they be considered spoilers? I don't know. I don't think these are spoilers for the new movie. In my opinion, they are. If you guys have seen the trailers, I don't think this is considered spoilers at all. If you have not seen the trailers, this might be a spoiler for some of you. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer, I guess don't watch this video. Just click off or just skim through the parts we go over this. But yeah, and the spoilers, I guess what you could consider spoilers are these new packs. There's gonna be a couple new packs that have been data mined, and there's stuff. Some of the stuff is on Reddit going over it. None of the details are in the packs, just the titles of the packs. And yeah, we'll go over that here in a little bit. And also the new screen, the whatever, as you load in the loading screen to the game, that's brand new too. We'll go over some of that stuff. And also, last but not least, we're going to go over some of what I think that the First Order faction is missing from becoming the meta. So stay tuned, guys, and let's get into it. Alright, so you guys might want to skip through this first part. This is why I want it to be first. So this is spoilers. Just don't watch this right now. Feel free to skip through. But even though I am watching this, I'm going to be a few days late to the party. I'm going to actually go see this on Monday, I think, next week. So a few days after that actually comes out where I live. I'm okay with some spoilers like this when it comes to Galaxy of Heroes, but the entire plot of the movie spoiled to me, yeah, I'm not okay with. Like, I'm okay with some small things like this, but the entire plot, yeah, I'm not going to be cool with that. So this is why I'm going to kind of show it in today's video, and here we go. The new packs, data mined information, Jedi Killer Starter 2, Fallen 1 Starter, Fallen 1 Starter 2, and we actually come down here, Jakku Scavenger Starter, power up with a new bundle. So there is really 3. So you got Fallen 1, Jedi Killer, and Jakku Scavenger. So if I were to really guess what this is, Jedi Killer is probably going to be Kylo Ren. Fallen 1 could also be Kylo Ren too. And I don't know if this is tied with the new Kylo. It could easily be that, you know. And if this is the case, then the Galactic Legend stuff and stuff in-game would be kind of useless information. So I don't know if this is all like with the new Kylo. You can see here, the packs are dated 2019 December, yeah, 12/18, so December 18th. So if this was to be the case, we'll see these packs around today, but I don't think that's really I think this is right when the post was live, or when this guy made the post, so he's just dating the information when he saw the data mine. So this could be a thing we're going to be seeing here soon, but if I were to really speculate, and like I said, some spoilers, we already know Palpatine's going to be coming back in the new movie some way, and he could be considered a Jedi Killer as well, you know, and then the Fallen One could be also you know, a Kylo, because Kylo did kind of fall from the Jedi a little bit. That whole scene in, you know, Last Jedi and stuff like that we saw. And, you know, it could also be, you know, if you guys have seen trailers, Rey, there was a dark side to Rey hinted. So that could also be the Fallen One. So we don't really know. And if I were to really bet, this is, I think they still should do the Galactic Legend for both the new Rey and Kylo. I don't see them making them like a marquee or anything like that. If anything, these guys and their Legend Journey events would be dropping around the same time as these new packs. And then these packs would be a bunch of gear needed for them, potentially. I don't know. So this is just something to throw out there. I don't really know if this is 100% true, but it would be something cool, I think, that they could add in the game. I don't really know too much about the Jakku Scavenger, because if this is the true thing here, and if this is Rey, then up here the Fallen One with Rey would not even be a thing. But one cool thing I think that would be interesting to see here is if we could choose between one or the other. Like, you can choose to get a Kylo now and get like a little head start on him if you do choose to go down that path. And then that means that you'd be way late and you won't be able to get Rey for a very long time. I think they gotta add something with these new Galactic Legends, so you can kind of pick and choose which way you want to go down, like which path. That way you can really have more customized things, and you cannot have to feel like you're forced down this one meta team, you know. And with these Galactic Legends, how about they just make it so every team that you kind of work towards is actually really good, and there isn't really a meta anymore, and everything can beat everything, and there's a lot more diversity, which everybody likes to see, right? So I don't know. these packs, are they fake or they are not? I don't know. But just something to throw out there, and let's move on, guys. All right, so next up here, we got some of the new screensaver, or not screensaver. It might be in my new screensaver, actually, but it's the loading screen for Galaxy of Heroes now. We now have, you know, Phasma up here. We have Boba's always been here with all this other stuff, but we don't have Master Kenobi anymore, and we don't have the return of the Jedi Luke. So this is actually Commander Luke Skywalker. You got OG Han, and you got OG Chewie with Yoda here, and then you got Rey and Kylo fighting it out with Vader in the background. Dooku. If you think about it, I mean, you got these two guys from the original trilogy up here, Boba Fett and a Stormtrooper, and then down here you got some Han and Chewie, and even CLS from the original trilogy, and then you got some Phasma here. One thing that I think is worth noting is you scroll up here a little bit, and you can actually see that Phasma has her little staff. Now I don't know if Phasma's gonna get a rework here, guys, but if they come out and they make a new saver or a new loading screen background, and they include this to me would hint towards some either new ability or a tiny bit of a touch-up. I don't think it's going to be a full-on rework with Phasma because her kit is very outdated. I wouldn't say like her entire kit is useless. She has a lot of good TM capabilities, and I think she's a great character. That's just for me because I like using her, and I have a really great spot and a use for her in my grand arenas. Real quick, guys, this is me in the future. I did this whole video before this new Finn kit came out. So just talking on the topic of Phasma and her potential rework and her little change to her new staff. We each got a new Finn, a new version of Finn, and the counterparts to Finn is, in my opinion, Finn's arch nemesis is Phasma. So I think now Phasma, with her new change or in the new loading screen, I can definitely see this being a thing. Maybe not a new Phasma, but a rework could definitely be a potential thing we can see here for the First Order. And this whole thing can really tie together with my next part I want to go to. What the First Order faction is lacking the most, and what they really need to make them really good. If you guys want to, feel free to check out my last stream. I go over the new kit reveal of Finn, and we theorycraft some ideas, and there we go. So if you guys want to, feel free to check that out. And let's get on to the video, guys. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to go over some First Order stuff that I think that they're missing out on a lot, and what they need a little boost, a little oomph, you know, to make them above and beyond. Nothing crazy though. I don't think that at this stage, like right after we just got GS in October, and have something in, you know, December, January, February that can counter that easily. I think that something kind of like a Padme, where it does counter the team like pretty dang hard once you get all the things optimized, but it doesn't make it so overpowered to the point where you can't beat it at all, you know. So I would like to have a Padme effect here with the new First Order, you know, just absolutely destroying the Darth Revan teams, but not overly destroying the GS teams, as weird as that might sound, making it so it destroys pretty much everything else in the game that's like, you know, solid team, but it really puts a big dent in the new clones and 501st. So with that being said, let's go over some stuff that the First Order has a lot of good stuff with currently, and what their kits and their whole faction is based around. First and foremost is their advantage and their TM gain. Their TM gain is one of the biggest parts to their entire kits. You have Executioner here that can give out extra TM whenever he crits. You have on a leadership with crew, they gain extra TM whenever they do crit, so that's even more TM. Officer gives out a full 100% TM to another ally. Phasma can do 50% TM for everybody, more advantage. OG Kylo can do the same thing with his AoE. Everybody here has some way, shape, or form they gain some advantage and also some TM. So we already have that covered. We know that they are based around that. And then if you want to go even further with the Kylos, they have something built in kind of like a Malik, where with their uniques, they take, They take reduced damage from percent health damage effects and gain taunt. But the other Kylo does not have a taunt, but both Kylos do have this where they take reduced damage from health damage effects, or from percent health. So we're talking like exposes, we're talking damage over times. We're even talking about Courage's, guys. Courage will not be doing anything versus these guys, and that's why when Padme was countering Malak and still does counter Malak, she has a hard time doing any big damage to Malak because Courage, it doesn't really affect him. So that's the same thing here, and this is where I think Malak, or not Malak, and the Kylos with the new First Order can put a huge dent and probably just wipe out Padme even trying to counter these guys because they won't even be able to do any damage to the Kylos. And with a new addition to the new First Order with a new Kylo, he's going to most likely, I would bet my money on it, to have the exact same thing with taking reduced percent health effects from the hits and the damage. So you're going to have potentially 3 people who don't have that, or who do have that and you can't do much damage to. And then you have all these people that have a lot of extra TM gain and manipulation. So we just got Hux, we just got Sith Trooper. Hux is a TM gain mastermind. He has a bunch of TM gain, and he can, with advantage, he has extra bonus turns. He can grant a cleanse, or not a cleanse. Well, yeah. No. It's a dispel all buffs. So it's not you're not cleansing anybody. That's a Sith Trooper. You're actually getting dispel buffs. You have a huge call to assist that deals a massive amounts of damage, and then you can actually get some more TM here also. So he's a great one. He's going to be needed some way, shape, or form in the next meta, I think. Sith Trooper as well, because he can do a lot of damage. Coming back here, the only other DPS tunes that we really have. Executioner in possibly FOTP, but FOTP is not going to be as good here. I think he's going to be more of like a second kind of team within their First Order and splitting them up that way. So besides Executioner, we now have Sith Trooper that can deal big damage. So I think him and Executioner will be a big part to this next team. If it's not them, they're going to probably do something where they're not going to have Executioner be there, and instead they're going to have the new Kylo take his spot, and this new Kylo can do some big damage. So Sith Trooper, what he has a lot of crit immunity, and this is one thing, crit hit immunity, guys, and anything based around being able to avoid crits is something that these guys kind of lack. And with now Sith Trooper having this ability on his basic, and I think he might have it somewhere else. I'm not too sure here. I think he might be on like a special, maybe on his unique. Let's see here. I think, no, it's just on his basic, right? Okay, so on his basic, whenever he does crit, he gains crit hit immunity. So I think really you give this to him, and you have some more people that come in that are First Order that can have this capability of not being able to get crit. That's going to be huge for this team. You're pretty much talking about GS not going to be able to do much to them, and even DR teams are going to be able to do not a whole lot either. So it has a lot of potential. You toss in like this new Palpatine and this new Kylo that has some increased damage, more TM gain, and some crit hit immunity, that will for sure stomp out pretty much every other team in the game. So yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff right now. We have a couple dispellers. We have a lot of people who gain advantage. What I would like to see is, right now we only really have one solid tank, which is Crew. I don't really want to consider FOST, this guy here, to be considered a tank in this next meta. I think he's very outdated, and he can go better with a Phasma team or another kind of team there. So I think they gotta bring out a new kind of tank, or make this new Kylo another tank with a taunt that's more that comes and goes as you progress. And kind of like this Crew, you know, just so that you have alternating taunts. If one's taunting, the other one doesn't, and you pretty much will always have a taunt going, right? So that's one thing I would like to see. And then to top it all off, if you want to really make these guys just overpowered as heck, a revive here would be absolutely broken, because with this guy here, with Sith Trooper, he deals, where is it? Whenever another First Order or Sith is defeated, the cooldown of Vengeance Blast is reset, and then he gets a bonus turn and advantage. So what this kind of means to me, and what the Sith Trooper means to me, is that there's a lot of, you know, potential stuff here with maybe a new Palpatine and more revive capabilities for First Order and Sith. Because you can see here his special is called Emperor's Legacy and Sith Strike, so there's some Sith stuff here. You just toss in like a new Palpatine that can probably potentially stun, give out some more TM, and revive. Guys, this is going to be the meta, and if this is the case, I would put all my resources into this team, because this is going to be really, really broken. So that's just my thoughts on this whole thing. Alright, so this is going to be the ending of the video for today. just my thoughts on it all, guys. We got some potential new packs coming here soon. We got Phasma potentially getting a rework, some more first order stuff that I think that can really top off this faction, making them really, really solid. If you guys enjoyed the video and you watch all the way through, feel free to like it and share it around. And if you are new here, feel free to sub. I do a lot of different videos covering this game, different parts and aspects of the game. So feel free to be sure to sub. And besides that, I do have a Discord, and we have channel memberships also. Help support me there as well if you guys feel free to. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.